now, all of the text in my first 6 weeks have an audio version available of me reading the text.
Wow.
Um, so when they go into the unit, they're going to click here. Let me hide this thing. And where did it go? Stop. Sorry, I hate this little meeting control. There it is. They'll click on the document. It opens the annotations for them. This is where they're going to click the link to get the audio version, which is a YouTube video of me reading the text. And then at the end of each section or page, depending on where we're at, um, I will specifically go over the annotation with them. So I'm going to tell them to highlight a specific area and then reiterate the question for them. Sometimes, especially with our ELL students, the questions themselves don't make a ton of sense. So I usually find myself reiterating the question in more simplified language or breaking one question down into like 3 separate questions. So as of right now, that's what the first 6 weeks looks like. Every text has that.
Miss Ritchie, is that similar to what you're wanting to do with your videos?
Yeah, yes. I mean, but so do they have to go back and forth, Catherine, like between your YouTube and the?
Yeah, so I ask them to have both tabs open, but I also tell them when to pause the video. Like we go over the annotation and then I'll say, okay, go ahead and pause here and do the annotation we just discussed. That way they don't have to go back and forth, because they can see the whole text on the screen. And there's closed captioning available too. So even if the words look a little tiny, if they're not, say, in full screen or because they're on the Chromebooks, there's closed captioning there too.
Okay. What about Miss Downs? You want to share? You're the next on my screen.
All right. I want to be able to right now find and eventually create engaging hooks to introduce each module that's in my course right now. I found a couple and I'm going to share one with you, just a little bit of it. But like I said, right now I'm finding some are like little cartoons, and some are, the one I'm going to show you is a song that is used to introduce the cycles of the Earth systems. So let me share that a little bit with you. Share screen.
I can't hear it, Miss Downs. Can you make the?
Can I hear it? All right. Well, I'm going to stop it.
But is it what's the song? Is it
Well, it does have the words with it, but it has a song. It's going to one of the popular songs that are out today.
I wondered because there was something I read in there. I was like,
So it's a little catchy, but let me see if I can stop it now.
Okay.
Okay. Stop share. So, all right, let me mute.
Okay. Did you have another one or just that one so far? Oh, sorry, you're muted now. Oh, you're working on it. Gotcha. Maybe while she works on that, Ms. Talamantes, you want to share with us?
Sure. So I initially wanted to use this DNA puzzle kit, which it works for students that are in person because it has worksheets that go with it. Which are these. And I wanted it to be like accessible to students that were virtual. And I tried to add the puzzle pieces and stuff. But anytime I try to remove the background from any of the images, it either way, when I post it in Academy, it shows up with the the white background. Even if I save it as a transparent picture, it'll still show up like that.
Interesting.
So I couldn't add the puzzle pieces into that. So I left them like that just in Cami without the pieces in it.
Okay.
And well, right now only the people that are in person could actually do it. But then I added these H5Ps to the whole DNA unit just for them to have more practice doing the DNA
Cool.
and stuff. But I have 5 or 6 in there.
Okay, cool. All right, and I made a note to look to see if I can figure out a way to make those.
The
Are
other
you,
thing,
are you saving them as PNGs? Do you know?
yeah.
Okay.
The other thing that I don't know is if I save it into this, will they be able to move it on student version?
Oh, that's a really good question.
Because I know if you add text and stuff, they can't.
Will you maybe share that with me, what you have there,
Okay.
and I'll see if I can play with it and figure something out.
Okay.
Because it looks cool. It looks like a fun activity. So it'd be great if we could make it work. It seems like there should be a way to make that work. So we'll see what we can do. Okay. I think we got all the way through science, except for Mr. Barris. Mr. Barris isn't here today, right? You know that? Okay. And he did videos with you anyway, right? It's cool. So basically we heard from him anyway.
I
What
can
about-
go now if you need me to.
Okay, good. Because I think you're it, because Miss Smith
Okay.
isn't on either.
Okay, so my goal was to incorporate writing, more writing, because that was an area of weakness for the EOC. So my tests, all in English 1, are essay-based because of the expository. So what I did was, it was kind of like a twofold thing. Let's see her. Can you see my screen?
Nope.
Okay, let me see it. Where is it? Okay, draw her. Okay, so the first thing that I did was based on my wonderful math person. I did a cross-curricular lesson over math, my favorite subject in the world. No. And so instead of doing the math like a normal math person, I have them write it, so I did one for science, I did one for history. And so anyway, that was the first one that I changed. And then the second one, I just decided, because everybody was kind of looking at me like, that's all you're going to do, was I created this module because it is writing. So all my tests, before they take it, they have to go through this writing module, independent and dependent clauses, and it kind of talks about that, and then sentences from Schmoop. Miss Pan's texting me. And so they go through that, so they kind of have a clue before they go into it. And so it goes through, and so before they do any of the 6 weeks test in English 1, they have to go through that module.
Is it the same module each time? Like each
Uh-huh.
because I mean, obviously these are things that.
Well, I mean, they have to pass it. It's not just going through it, because, there's exercises that are Schmoop right here. There's a quiz.
But I mean, this exact same module is put in front of the 6 weeks, the second 6 weeks as well. Like you're having them do the same.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Which I mean, obviously,
Right now, I'm down to 4 kids in English, 1 period. So I
well,
haven't even had anybody go through any of this because I've only got 4 kids left.
mhm. Well, I mean, I think this is something that,
But this is PLC, but that's Miss Pan's class. Sorry. Yeah, okay. Sorry. Yeah, so I haven't had any practice with it so far.
okay. Well, I think it's great to keep drilling this down because obviously we all still know people and some of us are the people.
It's not as
don't have to-
exciting as Mrs. Clark's or Mrs. Cole's or Adrian's or Talamenta's or any of the science Miss Roberson's because it is English. I didn't get out and work any problems, but it is what it is.
I'm a grammar nerd, so I think it's pretty cool. So
Okay, thank you.
Hey, so 2 things. Kudos to Shay Anderson. She's helping with newcomer students and teacher stuff. So, but I think that's everybody. Hanks, is that
Did
everybody?
you do it? Hey, can you
Miss
explain?
Miss Downs got
You do
interrupted. Did you finish? Did you be able to pull your stuff back up, Miss Downs? Or are you all good?
Good. I just,
Byron?
maybe
Can
you
you
could
do
hear it, but
request for
maybe
Miss-
because I had my headset,
Miss
I couldn't hear it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But we got to see your stuff, right? Or were you going to show us something else too?
That was the one right now. There are others, but they all aren't like that. I do have some that are like I said, little cartoons, like the Planeteers. They watch a snippet, and then it just kind of gets them out. And I make maybe a video quiz sometimes, and other times, they just watch it and then go into the lesson. It's sort of like when you watch Netflix before you watch the movie. They give you a little preview and they say, oh, this is what this is about. When it kind of draw them in and, kind of pique their interest. So maybe they'll be more likely to go through and finish the lesson.
All right, good. All right, I didn't want to have cut you off. Okay, Mr. Meeks, I think we got through everybody.
Good. Hey, kudos to everybody. There's some really good stuff. Seriously, Shay, you need to give yourself more credit. Anyway, there she is. Anyway, but seriously, science and English, great job. Remember, yes, when it doesn't work, we learn from that, and when that's what it's all about, and making bite-sized changes to where we can see like long-term effects. When we look back a year or two from now, we're like, oh, that's pretty good stuff. And when y'all are talking about it, when you hear what you're saying, you kind of have a little bit of excitement. Like you're like, oh yeah, look at what I've been able to do. And that's good. So anyway, kudos to y'all. Thank y'all for doing that. Tomorrow we'll do data day. What are we working on?
Looking at their Canvas progress.
Canvas progress of a certain area to see where the struggle is. Those people that are doing the course tracker, it'll be real easy. You can sort it based on your course tracker. And then Friday, of course, is progress tends. Then Monday, we're going to begin to look at Nearpod and stuff like that. But just keep up the good bite-sized changes, and
Don't forget your exemplars.
don't forget your exemplars.
All right.
Okay, you have a good one. Thank y'all. We appreciate you.
Bye.
Do you have any announcements or anything? Because I'm going to do it in a